What is up, you guys? In today's episode, I want to walk you through the one thing that every woodworking business has to have in order to be successful. Let's dive in. All right, welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to the channel. I am so grateful that you're here. And if you have not yet subscribed and you're trying to grow a woodworking or a custom furniture business, I can't encourage you enough. Mash that subscribe button. Be sure to like this video because I want to walk through the one thing that you got to have in order to have a successful woodworking business. And this is probably a different answer than what some of you are probably thinking it's going to be. You're probably thinking about a certain kind of tool that you might need or a certain kind of strategy that you might need. But the reality is that business is about 40% strategy and tactics and about 60% mental and can I withstand the highs and the lows of business. And so with that, the one thing that every successful woodworking business has to have in order to succeed is a gritty leader. If you're the leader, if you're the owner of your custom furniture business, you have to be gritty. What does it mean to be gritty? It means that when you get knocked down, you get up. If you get knocked down 10 times, you stand up 10 times, right? Being gritty means that no matter what the month brings, you roll into next month and you head into it with confidence. You head into it with a belief that you can turn things around. And this is the single difference in the Woodworking Business Accelerator program between the guys that succeed and the guys that fail. A lot of people think when they get into business that business is going to feel like a W-2 job where it's steady, it's consistent. You can expect a certain amount of pay every 2 weeks. You can expect consistency and you can kind of kick your feet back and kick your feet up. That's not the case. When you become a business owner, there's volatility in business. And when you're the owner, you get to see and feel that volatility on a new level. And so what that means is you might go from having your best month ever, collect more cash, have a bigger bank account than ever, to your worst month ever the next month. And the reason I tell you this is because it's happened. It's happened to me. It's happened to some of the clients inside the Woodworking Business Accelerator program, or vice versa. You go from your worst month ever and you almost throw in the towel to turn around and having your best month ever, right? So I tell you this because the single difference between woodworking businesses that fail miserably and those that succeed wildly is that single factor of is the owner, is the founder, is the person that's driving the bus. Are they gritty? Can they keep moving forward through the highs and the lows of business? And so what does it look like inside of a custom furniture business or woodworking business when you have a bad month? What it looks like is that all of your leads that you thought were going to buy something, all of them come back. Oh, I'm sorry, we went a different direction. Or, oh, I'm so sorry, our tree fell down in our front yard and we had to use the money that we were going to use to buy the stuff from you to cut up the tree and get it hauled off. We see this over and over and over again, and that stuff happens. But if you can keep moving forward and keep your head up and stay positive and continue to interact with every single lead and every single customer, potential customer that you have in a positive way, you'll start closing deals. And what we see a lot of times, guys, somebody struggle for 30 days or 45 days. They'll go through a difficult span of time where things aren't working, things aren't clicking the way that they want them to. Then all of a sudden, they'll get a sale, get a sale, get a sale, get a sale, get a sale. They'll get 4, 5, 6 sales in a 6 or 10 day span of time and make $25,000, right? And the reason that is because if they just keep pushing, keep making stuff happen and doing everything within your control, eventually you've done all the right things. Eventually it's going to work out in your favor. And so I wanted to make this video, I wanted to make it short, but I wanted to talk to you about the principle that ultimately leads to your success. And by the way, this is true in any business. This is true in any endeavor. It's true in your weight loss journey or you're trying to get healthy. You have to have grit because you don't always feel motivated. You don't always feel excited about the business. You don't always feel excited about the relationship or the marriage, but you've made a commitment. You're committed to working on it, right? So with that, the one thing that every woodworking business needs that wants to be successful is that you have to be gritty. You have to be gritty. Now, the other thing I'll say here is that it's a lot easier to be gritty when your woodworking business income is not the sole source of income in your life. And so what we tend to find, and this is not true for everybody, we do have several full-time woodworking business owners inside of our program, but what we tend to find is the guys that have a stable day job or have a spouse that works and makes good money, that have their basic needs provided for with another source of income, they can weather storms so much better than the guys that are depending fully on the income from the business to fund their life and to provide for their families. Especially if anything goes wrong. You have medical bills that come up or something goes tragically wrong that you have to pay for, right? You total your vehicle and got to go get another vehicle, right? Those types of things, they can totally throw you for a loop, right? So with that, I wanted to keep this video short. I wanted to instill a principle in you that you have to be gritty. There's a quote that I heard one time that said, most businesses will succeed if you can just keep them alive for at least 5 years. And that stuck with me, and I saw that in my business as well, that like just continuing to move forward, even on the days I didn't feel like it, ultimately led to my success. And so a couple resources I want to give you real quick before we wrap up this video. Number one is the Handmade Business Secrets ebook. It's a completely free 100-page book that I wrote below. It's the first link in the description below. It really outlines my journey of starting and struggling in my custom furniture business to ultimately scaling to over $70,000 per month, and how you can do the exact same thing. Second thing I want to encourage you to check out is the Handmade Hero Academy program. This is a program really designed for beginners, really designed for those of you that are stuck and you don't really know how to get started. You don't know how to establish a brand. You don't know how to build a website. You don't know how to start getting those first couple sales per month. You know, let's say you're stuck below a couple $1,000s in revenue per month. You're trying to get to $10,000. This is a great resource for you, okay? And then lastly is the Woodworking Business Accelerator program. This is our flagship program where we're actually going to be partnering with you on a really high level to take you to the moon inside of your woodworking business, right? Where our clients are on average making $15,000, $25,000, $35,000, $45,000 per month or more, and you could be the next one to do it. So if you're interested in that, be sure to check that link out as well. So with that, love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.